was really pressing the first half of the season when you guys were playing two quarterbacks, feeling like he had to make a big play, be perfect. And he's kind of settled down. Have you seen a change in him?
I think he's just more relaxed. I think he's more comfortable. I think he's playing at a high level right now. He's had probably his best practice of the year yesterday when we got here. So I feel real good about where he's at. But yeah, I could see that. I mean, I think that's one of the things is you can't play well looking over your shoulder. You know, you can't look in the rearview mirror and try to figure out what's going on. You got to look forward. So I'm sure there was a little bit of that going on in him early.
How do you feel?
The mental development of the season, that reference to Penn State check that he made, saw a blitz that he wouldn't have recognized a year ago. Is that where you guys see improvement in him, or how do you evaluate kind of the way he progressed this year as a whole?
I think, some of those things are. I think there's some more awareness. He can come on the sideline and he can talk about things that are going on, and he's usually pretty right on most of the things because he's a veteran that's seen things. He studies a lot of film and he prepares well. So, some of that is real important. How much can you put on him to let him run the team versus how much do we have to do as coaches?
When you guys as coaches were watching training camp September when he says he was pressing and he wasn't doing the things that you guys got so accustomed to a year ago, what was that like? Was that strange? Were you wondering what was going on? I mean,
well, yeah, it's difficult, when you're used to seeing a guy play at a high level, and then all of a sudden he comes back and he's pressing a little bit. It's like a shooting slump in basketball or hitting slump in baseball. That you got a great hitter, and they're just not quite there. A lot of it is just getting comfortable again, and of course JT missed spring ball and missed a lot of time with his injury. So the rhythm and timing that he was in throughout last season, it takes a while to get that back, and you have to earn that right to get it back. And he did everything right, but I think he wanted it to be back like he never left. And when you get hurt and you don't make the play in the playoffs, and then you don't go through spring ball, you haven't had it's been a while since you played the game. It takes a while to get that game speed and just that confidence back.
What was the staff's reasoning ultimately to make him the starter again? When you guys talked about it as a staff and said we're going to go with JT and he's going to be the guy.
He just continued to improve through practices and develop to the point where he appeared to have the confidence back and allowed us to do a few more things offensively in certain situations that helped us to convert a little bit more on third downs and in the red zone.
More with the ground game and his ability to run the ball?
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback run game was an asset. He's really good at that, and so we gained some advantages there.
So with where the offense is right now, with what you guys did against Michigan, with what you've seen in bowl practice, just how do you feel overall? Obviously, it starts with the quarterback, but the whole offense going into this game, you feel how?
Very good.
Is this the best it's been? I guess you want to get better the whole year. Do you feel like that's happened?
Yeah, I still think we are getting ready to peak. You know what I mean? I think we're getting better and better. I still saw improvement throughout this bowl preparation. I saw us bounce back and play really well against our rival, and that we tried to keep that momentum going. But just when you evaluate how did the wide receivers practice the last couple practices and how the quarterback practice and the tight ends and the O-line, I just feel like all the units on offense are hitting it on the same cylinders and we're all in sync, and I feel really good about where we're at. So hopefully that'll